A fast-developing young player has gotten the attention of the higher-ups in management. Prospects may not realize how closely they are being watched, and by other organizations as well as their own. This prospect has become the object of a notable sports management company's attention. However impressive an agent's qualifications may be, the trading in of a fledgling must leave the nest, for a big world awaits.
Good job, good job.
A manager checks in with his ball club. A first conversation with a new representative can be exhilarating to a young player. A savvy agent will engender confidence in his client, confidence that he has a world of possibilities at his fingertips. But the measure of a good agent is how well he can turn these possibilities into actualities.
Minor League Baseball. Now batting, Robert Chance. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Left fielder, Robert Chance.
First delivery to him on the way. Tough slider over the inside corner for a strike. Fellas, our visiting team as they take the field after a scoreless top half. Despite the loss last time out, they'd won 4 in a row, so they'd been on a nice little roll here.
Yeah, Matty, these players got in their cars today to drive to the stadium, focused on one thing. Not who was going to be the hero, just the fact that they needed a W, and that one of their teammates, whether it's them or someone else, has to come up with a big knock.
And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Yeah, the rain starting to intensify here. It's coming down a little heavier now. We'll see how much longer the umpires can wait.
Yeah, Matt, right now this doesn't look too good. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see the umpires come out and bring the ground crew out here. The infield around the mound and around the home plate area is really getting soaking wet. And I can't anticipate this going on very much longer.
A chance now to take a look at how the home team lines up in this one. Hero, what do you got in this lineup in the series opener?
Yeah, Matty, it's going to be interesting how this offense goes about it. Are they going to go after him early? Are they going to sit back and take, hope he doesn't have his secondary stuff, and drive his pitch count up? You have to find ways. You can't just throw your bats out on the field and think you're going to score runs off a premier guy.
The 1-1 is laid off for ball 2.
After 2 breaking pitches, there's a pretty good chance right now you're probably going to get something right in the middle of the strike zone to swing at. So if you're looking for it, go ahead and turn that baby loose.
The 2-1 is in there for strike number 2. 1 out, nobody on. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. Striding forward, Chris Ramirez. And we'll see if he can get out of this little dry spell he's stuck in. Not much offensively coming from him lately. First pitch of the at-bat. And he fouls this one off. The windup and the 0-1. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Negron takes it in. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. We've played an inning, still Set to get his evening at the plate started, Miguel Chavis, and it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Here comes the first pitch. And that changeup makes him jump, a swing and a miss. And that's slider's almost in the dirt. Now the 1-1 pitch. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike two. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Time for a look at the defensive alignment for the visitors. And guys, one thing I want you to focus on today when you look at this team on the defensive side of the ball, they're in the top 5 in fielding percentage. They go about their business a certain way. They make all the routine plays, mix in a few flashy ones, and day after day, they give their pitchers the best chance to be successful.
Behind 0-2 now. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2. Striding forward now is the DH, Chris Hessman. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. 0-1 the count. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Nothing doing here. So striding in, Eddie Dorta. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
Eddie Dorta.
Might have thought about it here, but he lays off the breaking ball inside. It's even at 1. Takes a look at a changeup there, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now. And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Center fielder.
A bouncer to the left side. Backhanded. Throw gets him. 2 down. Coming to the plate now, Kevin Perret. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Swing and a miss on a pitch below the knees. 1 strike. Chopped weakly to the left. Gonna be a tough play. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Make it 9. Striding in once again, Robert Chance. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Bounced softly in front of the plate. Throw to first is in time for the first out. At the plate, Andy Rocker.
Now batting.
First offering on its way.
Andy Rocker.
And the first pitch is chopped foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
This guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel for that secondary pitch. He can flip it over whenever he wants and get back in the count.
To 1-2 now. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
That's his second strikeout of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if a coach finds him in the dugout and gives him a little talk about shortening up and putting the ball in play. Good things tend to happen when you do that in these kinds of conditions.
Chris Ramirez will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. 2 out, nobody on. Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. And that ends the inning. Can't start any better than this. He's set down. Leading off the inning, Miguel Chavis, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Hit hard on the ground to second. Scooped up on the backhand. And quickly there's one down to lead off the frame. Into the box now, Tommy Madrid. Here's the first pitch to him. Takes a look at a slider that catches the inside corner.
His pitch count is in a really good place at this point in the game. He's pounding the zone and getting first pitch outs just like he did on the last guy. We might see him work deep into this game if he keeps this up.
Missed with a slider. Oh, and you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2. Stepping into the box, Chris Hessman. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Swing and a miss at a first pitch changeup, 0-1. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2.
Hey, this guy is one strike away from absolutely cruising.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3. Leading off the inning, Eddie Dorta, and they'll need him to get something going here.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. If they want to get things going, how about trying to get some base runners on or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
Behind a changeup, if you can imagine, for a strike. A ball and 2 strikes.
Love the execution of that changeup, but hats off to the guy at the plate right now. That's a great take in this situation. Maybe bought himself a fastball.
And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far. First offering on its way. There's a breaking ball over the outer half. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit back up the middle. Suzuki has it. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
When the guy on the mound is working on a no-no this late, every play is exciting and stressful for the fielders. We'll see if they can continue making the plays behind him.
And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Good breaking ball right there. Good hard slider. The count now 0-2. He's getting deep into the outing, but his sliders.
And he struck him out. So it might be time to begin the countdown as he's now gone through 6 innings. Leading off the inning, Robert Chance, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. And he lays off there, 1-0. Bouncer down the line. He's got to hurry. And there's one away. At the plate, Andy Rocker is hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far. 1-0 the count. Called strike at the knees, 1-1. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. Back goes Span at the track. That one is out of here. This game is tied. Stepping in now, Chris Ramirez. And there's a swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch to start him out. 0-1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Into the corner and slicing foul. And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ballgame. Digging in, Miguel Chavis. Here comes the first pitch. A slider that just grabs the outside corner.
Well, he's done a real nice job with that breaking ball in this start. That's not the first time he's locked a guy up with it.
And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes. And he's got another one. 13 strikeouts now, and the inning is over. Number 52 takes the mound as he's been called upon. Well, we watched a really solid starting pitching performance, kept the opposition at bay, and as a result, he's our top player of the game.
Here now is
Yeah,
the
I thought he
final
pitched
1.
really well. He wasn't necessarily dominant.
A Double-A manager has called one of his young players in for a quick word. The word is good. Within 48 hours, this player will be in a new city and putting on a new uniform. A Triple-A manager welcomes a new arrival from Double-A. This prospect showed promise at the Double-A level. The organization is hopeful his progress will continue here. A coach offers guidance to a developing player.
Welcome to MLB The Show in this presentation of minor league baseball. Tonight, the second of 4 between the Tacoma Rainiers and... Stepping into the box, Roberto Garcia. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The shortstop, Roberto.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. A changeup over the inside corner. Well, you take a look at our visiting club as they take the field tonight. They've been on the skids recently, losers in 7 of their last 9 ball games.
Yeah, guys, after the first 4 games on this road trip, they find themselves 2-2, kind of par for the course. But they got to find a way to play a little bit better today, kind of turn the tide and get it working in a positive direction.
Heredia is right there, 1 down. In now, Nick Martini, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Number 38.
Sent on the ground out to second. On to first, and there were 2 down. So now it's Mark Hanna. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away.
Mark Hanna.
The windup and the 0-1. Swings through the slider there.
Hey, from an offensive standpoint, you better get it ready. This guy is not throwing a ton of pitches. He's
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. An inning in the books tonight, still scoreless here on the show. Leading off the inning, Tim Fuld, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
And he takes this one high, 1-1. And he lays off a pitch down and away. Ball 2. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And it's fouled away. Here now the 2-2. Is swung on and missed, strike 3.
time for a look at the defensive alignment for the visitors. And one of the main backbones for them out on the field today is the guy behind the dish. He controls the entire flow of the game, manipulates a pitching staff, gets them through the game, and not only that, completely shuts down a running game.
Hit on the ground out to short. Gutierrez scoops it up in time to first, and there are two away. So striding forward now, Chad Weston is back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. Weston is a guy that has a lot of speed, no doubt about that. And while that's certainly a weapon for him offensively, it could be argued that it benefits him just as much on the defensive side of the ball, given the position he plays.
And not only just speed, but first step quickness speed. He's able to track balls down that other guys cannot get to. And sometimes that's half the equation.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Nothing across here this half of the inning. Ready now, Miguel Chavez comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. One ball and one strike to the leadoff man here in the home third. A ball and two strikes now. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out. First pitch of the at-bat.
Second baseman.
Hit on the ground to short. Gutierrez right there, and that's the second out. Digging in, Adrian Lyons. He comes into play with a batting average in the respectable 270s. A slider that he looks at over the outside corner. Grounded down the third baseline, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now.
Can't imagine he comes back with a third breaking ball.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Stepping up now, Roberto Garcia. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike 1.
I don't think he's going to triple up on changeup right there. He seemed to have gotten the timing down on that second one.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. Digging in now, Nick Martini. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Number 38.
In there for strike 1.
Not an easy thing to do to fill up the strike zone and be successful doing it. How about this guy so far in this one? 100% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
Swing and a little blooper to center. Coming in is Heredia. Base hit, and they're into the hit column. Now at the plate, Mark Hanna. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. And that swung on and missed for strike 1.
This guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel. That secondary pitch, he can flip it over whenever he wants and get back in the count.
Here it comes, 0-2. Grounded to short. Reined in. The second for 1. Relay to first in time. And just like that, the side is retired. Leading off the inning, Tim Fulton. And they'll need him to get something going here. And that's cut on and missed, 0-1.
Hey, I never want to take an offense's aggression away, but they've been swinging at a lot of pitches early in the count. Find themselves down. I think they need to regroup, have a meeting in the dugout, and figure out a way to maybe look at some pitches.
Got him on the good slider there. Swung on and missed as he's down on strikes for the second time tonight. Standing in, Jason Brandon comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Lifted down the line in left. Gamble is there, and he makes the catch for the out. Ready for another chance? Chad Weston. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Ground ball right side. Jones in the hole. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. 5 innings have been coming to the plate now. Miguel Chavez will start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
Another 0-2 home. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ball game. Now to the plate, Ray Pena. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. A ball and no strikes. A ball and a strike. In for strike 2.
Love that pitch right there, and he executed it perfectly. A big arcing curveball that starts at the batter's hip and then just bends onto the inside corner. A lot of hitters have a tendency to open up way too early, and they can't make good contact on that pitch.
First offering on its way. Swing and a miss at a ball down.
I don't know if this is great deception by the pitcher, great arm action, or just bad offensive approach. They got to find a way to get something in the zone. Somebody's got to be willing to take a pitch, maybe move something the other way to kind of calibrate what the strike zone's going to be.
And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game. And leading off the inning, Roberto Garcia, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Hit out towards second. Jones is up with it, and that's the first out. Digging in once again, Nick Martini. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
Textbook pitching performance so far in this one as we move into the later innings. First pitch strikes, how about over 90%? That's about as good as it gets.
And there are 2 away now. So now it's Mark Canha. He was a double play victim last time around. High in the air out to center field. Heredia is there, and they go down in a hurry here as his side is quickly retired. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Tim Huld. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
Missed with a slider. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Giving chase is Heredia. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. So digging in now, Jason Brandon. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1. And 2 count. Here's the pitch. Maybe lucky to get a piece there. It stays 0-2. 1 out, nobody on. A liner. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield.
Relay two.
And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
Well, the pitcher can't really worry about that one. I mean, it was only their second hit of the game, so he's doing a lot of things right. Let's see if he can leave him out there now.
Who started him with the change, and it's 0-1. No hits to this point. tried to get him out front, but it's a ball 1-2.
Love the execution of that changeup, but hats off to the guy at the plate right now. That's a great take in this situation. Maybe bought himself a fastball.
Throw on to first, 2 gone. Digging in, Miguel Chavez. He got called out on strikes his last time through. And that's in there for a strike. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2. Now the 0-2 pitch. And that one just missed outside.
Pretty good discipline right there with 2 strikes. That's a tough sweeping slider. Not many guys lay off that pitch.
And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. Striding in to start the 9th, Ray Pena, and they'll need him to get something going here. Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1.
Something that stood out to me in this game is the lineup's lack of a solid plan at the plate. Seems like way too many guys are chasing pitches out of the zone and trying to hit pitchers like that one down and away. There's no success in that.
And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ball game.
Now batting.
So stepping in, Adrian Lyons. First offering on its way. And the changeup is way low that time. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Oh, and he had him guessing there, and it's a ball and a strike. Front of home plate. On to first, and they're an out away. 2 gone here in the 9th. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Roberto Garcia. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
I mean, that's just an awesome curveball right there. A 12-6 breaker with nasty downward tilt. You know, the game's getting back to that good 4-seam fastball breaking ball instead of the sinker slider guy.
You know, Dero, the old school thinking sometimes is when you're going through a bad streak like this guy, any way you can get on a little jam shot, even though it wasn't pretty, maybe this could get this guy finally going.
Yeah, I can't tell you how good that had to feel right there. There's moments where you slap that donut off your bat, you don't even want to walk to home plate. You're scuffling so bad.
Line towards center field. But he will make the catch on the hard hit ball out there, and that will conclude matters here as this ball game is over. 4-0 the score tonight. Tacoma took the lead in the 2nd inning and rode that until the very end. Edwin Jimenez gets the win.
This AAA player has been generating a lot of buzz with his stellar play of late. Excellence commands attention. If he keeps it up, visits from reporters will become commonplace, and an invitation to the big stage inevitable. A manager checks in with his ball club.
MLB The Show's tour of the minor leagues continues as we make a stop in the 16-team Pacific Coast League. Tonight, the rubber match of this 3-game series. So striding in, Robbie Kershaw, and we are set for baseball here this evening. First pitch on its way. Good crowd on hand as the first pitch tonight is taken for ball 1. Fellas are home 9 as they begin play here this evening. They've been playing better than .500 baseball of late, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
Hey, thanks, Matty. Hey, you know what, D-Roll? Try to get on kind of a little mini winning streak here. Losing the first game of this series, winning game 2, and hopefully winning this series by pulling one out here today.
Yeah, Dan, they were able to shower that first loss off in the first game of this series and had a nice bounce-back game yesterday. Let's see if they can steal a series right here.
And with that, here's a look at the visitors' starting lineup. Dero, what's the key for a road victory in this one?
Yeah, you take a look at this lineup, and they present a ton of challenges. Not only do they have good approaches at the plate, but they're in the top of the league at driving the baseball out of the ballpark. At the end of the day, they say solos won't kill you, but that 2-3 run bomb, when the game's on the line, that'll put you away.
A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Lifted down the line in left. In there, a base hit.
Hey, there's a nice knock by the 3-hole hitter. I know there's 2 outs, but they always say with your man coming up, the number 4-hole monster, as soon as he steps in the batter's box, there's a runner in scoring position.
And a ball, 1-0.
1-1-1.
First. And that's through for a hit.
Hold on to it. Hold on to it.
Wow, looked like an easy beginning of this inning. Gets the first 2 guys out, then the 3 and 4 hitters all of a sudden start locking in on him, and now he's got to get through this 5th-hole hitter to get out of this inning unscathed.
Yeah, he's definitely put his feet to the fire right here. This number 5 guy, he's known. He sits in that 5-hole to drive in runs, and he's smelling ribbies right now. I always say hitting's a process of elimination at the plate. I think he could go ahead and eliminate changeup. 2 in a row back-to-back. I don't think there'll be a third.
Swing and a miss as the slider sets him down for the final out of the inning. So a couple of hits here in the top. Next batter to the plate, Brian Goodwin. And you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. And he's in front of a tight little slider that time. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
As a pitcher, you got to feel good that you had him out front, even though he didn't pot commit on that one. It opens up a lot of weapons for you to go high fastball or throw even a better off-speed pitch.
Now a foul tip straight into the catcher's glove, and he's able to hang on to record the first out of the inning.
All right, here's how the home side's lining up defensively. You want to talk about shutting a running game down? The guy behind the dish has an absolute cannon. I mean, you will not see guys get but 2-step lead off first base today.
Dribbled to the right side. Throw just in time, and oh, that was awfully close. First delivery to him on the way. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. No score here as we play inning number 2. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. Jones gloves it. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Nothing across here this half. On now to the bottom of the second. Into the box, Vladimir Salazar, and he'll start out their half of the third. Top of the order to follow. Hit down the third baseline. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. Into the box now, Robbie Kershaw. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Ball 1. Who pulled the string and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike. Popped him up. Jones over to his right, and that's the second out of the inning. Now at the plate, Ricky Coates. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. High in the air into shallow left center. Gamble is after it. He gets there to make the play, and that ends the inning. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Robert Roper. He singled his last time up.
This game is right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball one. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. High in the air out to center field. Waiting on it is Heredia. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Stepping in, Johnny Moeller. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. And that one is gone. Next batter to the plate, Brian Goodwin. As the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2. 2 out, nobody on. Hit down the line at first, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Very weakly on the ground. That's a foul ball. Ready with another 0-2. Another one sent foul. Another 0-2 coming. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
I got to commend him for being a really tough out right now. Not everyone will battle like this with 2 outs and nobody on.
Sent on the ground out to second. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So they pick up a run on the solo. Now at the plate, Miguel Lopez. He's in to get things going here in inning number 5.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. Stepping up to the plate, Eric Jansen. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Swing and a miss at a first pitch changeup, 0-1.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone now. Digging in for his second at-bat, Vladimir Salazar, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. No balls and a strike to count. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2.
I gotta say, his command of the corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well, and it's a big reason why he's had success.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that, the side is retired. So they go quietly here in this half. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Robbie Kershaw. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered 1 hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
And it's 1-2.
He's going to find out quickly. Guys are even more selective up here in AAA.
And here's a slider. Strike three called, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Stepping in, Ricky Coates. He flew out in his last at-bat. Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's his windup. I don't know if it's just flat stuff. But he's getting a lot of swings outside the zone, and he's having a big game.
Behind 0-2 now. And he'll manage to fight this one foul over near the left-hand side, and that'll keep the count steady at 0-2. Got him on a good slider there. Swung on and missed as he's down on strikes for the second time tonight.
That's his second strikeout of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if a coach finds him in the dugout and gives him a little talk about shortening up and putting the ball in play. Good things tend to happen when you do that in these kinds of conditions.
Now batting.
Striding in, Robert Roper. He'll swing it from the left side right here. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And it won't end the inning as it's thrown away. So here's the cleanup hitter, Jack Lucy.
Number 9.
Taken high and deep to right. Carlisle going back on it. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. Standing in now, Johnny Moeller. And he'll take a changeup here for strike one. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Got him to go after that one, and he's in a quick hold, 0-2. And now a pitch on the way. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Now another 0-2. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. So 2 runs. J.J. Freeman is on the field.
Hey, one of the keys to having a good record in baseball is to win some games at home. So this was a big win to win at home in front of their home crowd.
And it's a 4-3 finish. Game's future. Into the box now, Russ Peters. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. There's a breaking ball over the outer half. Guys, you take a look at our visiting club as they enter play here this evening. They come in playing reasonably late, though they have dropped their last 2 in a row.
Yeah, Matty, this team needs to keep their focus. Short road trips have a tendency to sneak up on you. Next thing you know, you drop 2 or 3 games, and then you're back in your home ballpark. They have to find a way to go out there and execute all facets of the game and squeak a few of these wins out.
On to first, and they get the double play. First pitch of the at-bat.
Third baseman.
Right side. And the inning is going to continue here as he reaches on an infield single. Now in the box, David Espinoza. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Line hard. Schnell is off at first with 2 away. And it's 1-1. hit out towards second. He's got it. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Now at the plate, Napoleon Stevens, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second. Jimenez has become known as a starting pitcher that frequently works deep into games. The kind of guy you want on the staff when your team needs some rest, because he tends to eat up innings all by himself. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Line drive to center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So the leadoff man is aboard to start out the inning.
Hey, guys, he's lucky he's getting this baseball. The batter's eyes lit up, and he was able to put good wood on it.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Good breaking ball that time, in for a strike. And a breaking ball stays outside.
After 2 breaking pitches, there's a pretty good chance right now you're probably going to get something right in the middle of the strike zone to swing at. So if you're looking for it, go ahead and turn that baby loose.
Heredia comes on now, and he has it 1 down. Settling in now, Irvin McNamee. First swings for him in this one, with a runner still at first and 1 gone. There's 1 on to first, and that's 2 innings and 2 double plays they've hit into so far. Here's Caleb Coward as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Line. Vogelback charging this one, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. So coming to the plate, Oliver Cortez, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And that's in there for strike 1. And here's a foul tip into the catcher's glove. Moves it to 0-2.
Back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Normally not a good pitching plan to throw the same hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row. But both of those sliders back-to-back were so good, I might just go ahead and try to throw another one.
Again, a 1-2. Struck him out. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Russ Peters.
Russ Peters.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Changeup in for a strike. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. And he lays off for ball 1.
Counts 1-1.
That's in there on the outer half. 1-2 now.
One.
Now here's a comebacker back to the mound. And he'll toss this one on to first as they're kept off the scoreboard again. Next will be the designated hitter, Nelson Lopez. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest. Swing and a miss as he was way in front of that one. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
You could definitely tell this hitter's been guessing at the plate and guessing wrong. But here's where you can't expand the zone. You have to take a deep breath and try and fight yourself back to an even count.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Nelson Lopez is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. And this is taken outside for ball 1. Swing and a miss. Looked like the slider there. A ball and a strike. 1 out, nobody on. The first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Digging in to try it again, David Espinoza. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Oh, and a good tight slider there, and he's in command. 0-2.
Hey, from an offensive standpoint, you better get it ready. This guy is not throwing a ton of pitches. He's confident in his stuff. He is pounding the zone. He's got 2 quick outs. You better pull the trigger.
The slider freezes him at the plate. A call. third strike, and the inning comes to a close. So no runs, no hit. At the plate, Napoleon Stevens. He reached on a single in his first try.
Third baseman, Napoleon.
First pitch is a slider called for a strike. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Heredia going back on it to the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Standing in, Stuart Crandall. He flew out in his last at-bat. Swinging a ground ball to third. Throw on to first takes care of him. Two very quick outs to start the home fifth. Striding into the box, Irvin McNamee. First pitch on its way. Takes a look at a slider that catches the inside corner. 2 out, nobody on. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss.
Hey, this offense needs to check themselves right now. They have to find a way to get somebody on base and get this guy out of the stretch and make him a little bit uncomfortable. I mean, they're 1 strike away from being shut out through 5.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Pretty painless half of the inning all told. Now batting, Caleb Coward. And through 5 turns at bat, they've only mustered a total of 3 hits. Not terrible, but they're certainly not firing on all cylinders.
Well, it's getting a little bit too late in this game if this continues like this. In today's game, with so many dominant bullpen arms, you certainly don't want to wait until the 8th or 9th to try to wake the bats up.
Oliver Corday.
Starts things here with a changeup for a called strike.
The difference between 0-1 and 1-0 is so monumental, and this guy has been on top of his game all day, attacking the zone and getting ahead of his hitter.
Inside, as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2. Swinging a soft liner, and that'll be the second out. Ready for another shot now, Russ Peters. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup.
I know it goes without saying, but the best pitch in baseball is getting ahead with a first pitch strike. That's why this guy's been able to stay in this game, pounding the zone.
Moving under it, Gamble, and the inning is over. So they go down without a whimper here. Striding forward now is the DH, Nelson Lopez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. No balls and 1 strike. The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a miss as he's just behind the breaking ball.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one, that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and just about every at-bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
Mark Snell.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Sliders in for a strike.
Guys, I've been really impressed with him tonight. I mean, he's carving these guys up with all of his pitches.
And a curveball taken for strike 2.
He's still looking great to me out there on the mound. Punched out the first guy in the 7th, and he's jumped ahead in the count right here. Looks like he could stay in this game a while longer.
The next 0-2. Swing and a little tapper. That winds up foul. Here's another 0-2. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Yeah, that's the spot right there for an 0-2 pitch. Make him see if he'll chase that slider in the dirt.
There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Gone! Into the box, David Espinoza. Down the first baseline. Vogelbach over to his left, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Ready once again, Napoleon Stevens.
First baseman, Napoleon Stevens.
Set to deliver the 0-1. Fouled off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Grounder down the line at third. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Frozen on strike 3 for the final out of the inning. So it's 1 run on 1 hit. Striding in once again, Stuart Crandall. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
First pitch of the at-bat. A little bouncer, but that one rolls foul. Down and away, ball 1. Outside and low that time. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Hey, I appreciate the fact that he's making him throw a few pitches. Most of his teammates have been hacking at everything that comes their way.
Now that ball's hit well deep down the left field line, headed toward the foul pole. Nearly a big fly to start the inning, instead a foul ball. And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. And the throw is there to record the first out. At the plate, Irvin McNamee. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. And they start him out away with a cold strike. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss. The 0-2 delivery. Very weakly on the ground, but it gets foul. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ballgame for him. Digging in the switch hitter, Caleb Coward. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
Looking to set down the side on strikes. Here it comes. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9. Roenis Elias, a 6'1" shot.
Hey, a nice win for them all around. and an even better way to start things off on the first day of summer, when every team looks ready to get.
The pitching staff is pressed to step up their game.
Minor League Baseball is live and on the at the plate. Doug Batson. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
The designated hitter.
First to 4 to begin the new week as the first pitch is swung on and missed for strike one. Guys, we take a look at the home 9 as they take the field tonight. They've had it going the last 10 games. They're 7-3 over that stretch, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty. Dan, this team is playing well. They're getting closer in the division race. I guess my question to you, I want to ask you, did you find that you started to really pitch better as the summer months started to get hotter?
No doubt about it. Not only does the team start feeling better, but I think you get a good vibe starting to go throughout the clubhouse. You realize that the schedule is starting to wind itself down. Every game is more important. The bigger the game, hopefully the better you play. And this team's been playing some really good baseball lately.
Time now to give you a look at the batting order for the visiting squad. Mark DeRosa, what do they have to do to get the season off to a good start on the road?
Well, Matty, the old cliche goes, battlers, grinders. I know it gets old saying.
And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. And it's a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Grounded up the first baseline.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down, maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
The next 0-2. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. The next 0-2.
Straight up, straight up, straight up.
Here's a high pop-up. Jimenez is calling for it. 2 down. Coming to the plate now, T.J. Rivera to show you what he did in May versus what he's done so far at the plate in June. Swing and a miss, but he's right on here. 1 strike. Popped him up. Carlisle moving forward. He can't get to it. This one's down.
Hey, there's a nice knock by the 3-hole hitter. I know there's 2 outs, but they always say with your man coming up, the number 4-hole monster, as soon as he steps in the batter's box, there's a runner in scoring position.
0-1 the count. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Slider. Ooh, thought he had him, but it's 1-2.
That's a great take right there. Great pitch recognition to let them.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. So it's no run.
Leading off
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Got a big pass at a slider that gets past him. swing and a foul tip, but that's held onto behind the plate. It's a strikeout for out number 1.
Okay, here's the defense for the home team. You want to talk about shutting a running game down? The guy behind the dish has an absolute cannon. I mean, you will not see guys get but 2-step lead off first base today.
In there, and he's ahead 0-2 now. No score here as we play inning number 2.
Straight up, straight up, straight up.
Popped high in the air. And 2 quick outs here in the second. Stepping into the box, Christopher Bush comes in after a day of rest yesterday, so we'll see if it did him any good. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A slider that just grabs the outside corner. Takes a look at a slider that catches the inside corner.
So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with it?
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. And here's the catcher, Kevin Plawecki, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning. A little bouncer. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the 3rd. Gavin Cecchini next, and he comes into this one having hit safely in his last 5 games. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at. Cecchini, just 24 years of age. He was a first-round pick during the first-year player draft of 2012.
Hey, this guy hasn't reached the big leagues yet, but he's coming. You're going to know his name at some point. He just got a few more developmental things to work on.
1 out, nobody on. Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes, so it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the 3rd. Into the box now, Doug Batson. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. Left side. Gutierrez comes up with it. And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely. Digging in, Mel Guillory, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
No doubt, this is a steal situation right here. 2 outs and the leadoff hitter on first. The time you roll the dice and hope he gets in the scoring position where he can get a hit to bring him home.
Breaking ball in for a strike.
I mean, these guys look more like lumberjacks than professional hitters right now. They're hacking at everything.
High in the air out towards shallow right. Carlisle has it in his tracks, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Stepping into the box, T.J. Rivera. He singled his last time up.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these 2 teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Misses, ball 2.
Well, when you're behind an account like this pitcher is, it's a good time to work in something off speed if you're confident in it. Most hitters are looking for fastball.
To his left, Gutierrez. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Koji Nomo. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
That's a great job of keeping your hands back. You could tell he was totally fooled. His hip started leaking a little bit, but he was able to stay strong enough with his hands not to overcommit.
Ground ball foul down the left side. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. Oh, and a good curveball that time as it's taken for a called strike 3, and there are 2 away. Here's Juan Lagares now. He's got a base hit tonight, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at bat. No balls and a strike to count. The windup and the 0-1. Tap down the line. Matthews fields it cleanly. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So they're held in check here. So striding forward now, Dominic Smith. He popped out in his first trip.
Dominic Smith.
Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
Well, you know you've got it working on the mound when they're swinging right through it, even when you're putting it right down the middle of the strike zone. Not the greatest of game plans, though.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. Ready now. That bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Good changeup there to start him, but it drops a little low for ball 1. That's wide. 2-0.
Remember, he was a strikeout victim last time up, but this at bat seems to be a totally different direction. He's showing good patience now, and he's got a real good count at 2-0.
Fielded cleanly, and there's out number 2. In now, Kevin Plawecki. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Kevin Plawecki.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Missed with a slider. Two out, nobody on. Slider is right there. 83 on the gun. It's 1-2.
That's 3 straight sliders in a row. I'd be shocked.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Digging in, Gavin Cicchini. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
You could just see this guy out on the mound right here. Just the body language. He knows he's on top of his game. Executing a nasty slider down the way right there, giving this offense no chance.
And the throw here is in time. Very nicely done there at short for the first out. Stepping up now, Doug Batson. A hit in 2 tries so far. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here. 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
1-1.
On the ground over to first. Vogelback takes it in, and he'll step on first himself for the out. Digging in now, Mel Guillory. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. First offering on its way. Very weakly on the ground. Foul ball, however, strike 1.
I know there's 2 outs right here, but your job as the number 2 hole hitter, especially with the monsters hitting behind you, find a way to get on base. Maybe a little 2-out lightning on the horizon.
Now the pitch. Swing and a little tapper. That rolls foul, so a good job to fight it off and stay alive. The 0-2 once more. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. Leading off the inning, T.J. Rivera, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Popped him up. Jones onto the grass, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Standing in, Koji Nomo. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Rounded down the third baseline. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
The 7th inning is one of those innings when you might start seeing some warning signs from your starters that they're reaching the end of their rope, but that's not the case here. He looks really solid to me.
Gamble will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning. On its way is pitch number 75. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And the slider stayed low apparently for a ball. Looks at a changeup that catches the corner. Now another 1-2. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. Ready for another chance? Dominic Smith. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. In there. Strike 1.
Smith.
Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on, and if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit hard on the ground at third, and there's his first base hit in this one. So their half of the 8th opens with a man aboard.
You can't ask for anything more than getting a leadoff man on right there. It brings the go-ahead run to the plate. He's in position to do some damage. It'll be interesting to see how the manager plays this one.
Christopher Bush is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Smith on at first, nobody out. Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? Throw to first, not in time, so they'll settle for 1 out. And here's the catcher, Kevin Plawecki. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. To third. One there. On to first. It's a double play. As there. Juan Nicasio takes the ball now.
Wow, that's a rarity. A 1-0 game in baseball these days. Both of these pitchers pitched awfully well.